and JoAnne here. We are traveling from one side of the Big Island to the other, Hilo to Kona, and there's blue sky ahead. It's been about 8 days of rain, so we're wearing our sunglasses, whether we like it or not. Mine are all bent up because they weren't in use, so
mine are brand new, never been used before.
So we're going towards the blue sky, and today's conversation is all about fear. We were listening to an audio this morning, and we both looked at each other, and when we heard that fear is just excitement without the breath. So today's conversation, we're going to be chatting about pranayama, the breath, how you can use it in your life to bring energy into your life and to balance out. So JoAnne and I are headed to Vipassana 10-day meditation in the spring, and we were just chatting about the breath, and something that JoAnne has mentioned that really is stuck with me a few months ago when I heard it, and I just asked her again to explain it, and we'll get into it. JoAnne, what is it about anxiety and depression and how the breath can help us?
Well, I love when I can connect old yogi sayings to new science, and there is a old yogi saying that anxiety is waiting to exhale and depression is waiting to inhale. And it's really true. If you ever noticed it when you're feeling a little anxious and you have things to do, we tend to hold our breath, and an exhale is relaxing. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, calming. So if you're anxious all the time, a big exhale feels really good. If you're depressed and you're already low, it's waiting to inhale. So when we inhale, we activate that energy of the sympathetic nervous system, and balance is simply the balance of activation and relaxation. So you've done a number of Vipassanas, haven't you, Steph? Tell me about what it feels like to watch your breath in meditation.
Yeah, absolutely. So Vipassana is just a style of meditation that I grew up with. My mom was always going away once a year to Vipassana, so naturally me, my brother, and my sister, we were curious. We saw my mom come back. She was relaxed, less reactive. So me, my brother and sister, we've all done Vipassanas. I've done 4, so 2 10 days and 2 5 days. Once you go once, you can go back and go for a shorter time and serve in the kitchen. So right before I met JoAnne, I was telling my mom, I said, okay, I'm ready for another Vipassana. It's just really hard to get there from Halifax. I hate driving, and the closest one is either Montreal, or I was even thinking of going to Ireland because it was just a short flight and a 20-minute taxi ride. And then JoAnne shows up and she goes, hey, have you heard of this Vipassana? I'm thinking of going. So of course, yes. And JoAnne said, oh, I'll drive. I'm from New York, and it's in Massachusetts. Massachusetts. So there we are. We're going together, and Vipassana is nothing fancier than scanning the body and just becoming aware of the breath. So
watching your breath.
So no fancy footwork, no major religion. It's really science-based, watching the breath and scanning your body. So I love it so much because it's so simple. It's not complicated at all. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but it is by far the most rewarding. And so that's what we do, is we just watch the breath. And if you've gone to a yoga class or simply just inhale and exhale in your own time, you can feel your heart rate relaxing. And when I developed my last business, I developed the 10 steps or 10 principles to get nourished, and one of them was to step into the parasympathetic state. I did my reflexology training. I love helping people jump into that state because we often are not there. Even if we go to a yoga class of power flow, you might not be jumping into that state. It's not to say that power flow is a bad thing. It just recognize the difference between your restful state and your cortisol driven state. So same with meditation. If you sit down and you're stressed out trying to stop your breath, you're not actually getting the benefits. So
and there's a real magic that happens, not in the doing, but just in the watching. There's actually a principle, Steph, I forget the guy's name, that change happens just by watching something, and that's kind of the magic of watching your breath. You don't really have to effort hard. It just in the simple practice of watching it begins to become more balanced. And I just had another thought about the breath. Oh yeah, it's so cool. The breath is one of your only body systems that goes on unconsciously, but that you can take conscious control over.
Oh, yes.
It's the only one. So really, by even you can just watch your breath, but by deliberately exhaling when you're feeling stressed or taking more inhales when you feel anxious, you can make unconscious conscious. Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. And the cool thing is you don't have to go away to a 10-day meditation. A simple practice that I've been doing is when I'm doing the dishes or the laundry or something that maybe isn't straight up fun for me, I actually make it into a chilled out state by watching the breath and concentrating on the breath instead of doing these dishes that I don't want to be doing. So it's really being able to walk through life and calm down and to step into that state wherever you are. And I am a highly passionate individual that I get really excited about things, so I have to consciously step out of that when I get new clients or I'm having these juicy conversations. I get so excited that I'm actually, although I'm a calm person, I get stuck in the cortisol driven state, which I believe stress is a killer. And no matter how healthy we eat and whatever we do that's good for us, it was one of the principles to get nourished. I do think it's the secret to getting nourished and fully getting to where you want to be is that one secret step. And if you have extra belly fat, that could be what it is. That was one of my last taglines, is that cortisol running through your body actually leads to belly fat, and
we can get addicted to it. You
yeah,
can get addicted to your own adrenaline if you really like those. You're kind of a high energy person and really like those places. When the first time I went to Afghanistan, I came home and I was busting my ass to get back, and I had a really good friend who had worked in a lot of different war zones, and he said, "JoAnne, take a deep breath," and he said, "just relax for a moment," because he said, you're addicted to your own adrenaline. You're looking for the adrenaline rush. It may not be the best thing for you. So he just encouraged me to create a little space before I acted, which I thought was really smart.
Yeah, that space is where the magic is, that pause, that surrender. Yeah, and we've been noticing, we had a conversation at our last day at Kalani. We did a creative writing group, and the topic, the prompt was "When I Surrender, I." And it's this pullback, and JoAnne and I are thinking about a new logo for our new business, or my new business is helping health coaches launch out of this spiral into the right direction in their life. It is that pullback, or if you can imagine a wave, the dip that is necessary to really launch forward. So it is that pause. It's that, if you've done any breath work, it's that inhale and then the pause at the top before you exhale. That's where the magic happens.
Yeah, it's where the shift. It's really cool, Steph. We were just talking about how beautiful Cape Breton and the Bedore Lakes are, and so when big shifts happened in wind on the ocean, and it happened to me racing up in the off Cape Breton in the North Atlantic there. When the wind changes direction, there's often a dead still that happens before the big shift in the other direction comes. Like literally no wind, and you're like floating around, and then you see the wind coming from the other direction. So that sometimes when you feel like nothing's happening, it's when the big shift in direction is really on its way, which is really
same
cool.
with the tides, right?
Yeah.
It comes up and it pauses before it goes in the opposite direction.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
That's fun. Oh, it's blue sky. We're needing our shades.
So you guys, this video is all about fear. So when you are in a fearful state or a state of change, that's completely normal. And those butterflies in the stomach, that is actually good energy, and excitement and fear. Those are all the same vibration. It's just what you do with it. And when in doubt, go to the breath, right? And the breath is your anchor. The breath is your home. That really ties down, keeps you grounded in a state of chaos or this tailspin before you're going to maybe switch directions and get unstuck or launch into this path of your next evolution. So
it's so cool what he said, that fear is a really good place to be. It means you're launching into a new space, and now all you need to do is introduce a little breath to shift fear into excitement of something new coming.
Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe below, comment below, let us know where you're at. We've got 2 community groups to support you along your journey, more free trainings and actual conversations going on. So come join the conversation. Links are below. Mind Body Solutions, you can find JoAnne. If you've got pain, hip pain, joint pain, headaches, JoAnne's got awesome techniques, fascial release, rolling around on yoga balls to release that pain and work through with really simple, easy things through videos and easy techniques. If you're a health coach wanting to get unstuck and launch forward in your business, come on over to Work Smarter, Not Harder, my free community group where you can find both JoAnne and I, more juicy conversations, free trainings, and if you are brave enough, go live for 5 challenge going on there. Get yourself on video, get visible. Let's get visible.
And if you're a health coach with pain in your body, oh, you need us.
All right, guys, thanks for watching.
Bye
We'll see you
for
next
now.
time. I'm Steph. This is JoAnne. We're in Hawaii, and the sun's coming out after 10 days, so you can catch us on the beach.